Hello everyone, and welcome to BHL Hudson's end of year recap spectacular. The state of the channel kind of thing, I suppose. Usually I put these little videos at the end of the top 10 of the year. This year I thought I'd do, a separate video, just because it kind of makes it weird. Half of the video is a top 10 video, and then the other half is just my face talking about random stuff. So, just a quick little video here, because I like to recap how the channel's been, what's coming in the future. So overall, 2021, bit of a weird year. I don't know. A lot of changes and a lot of different stuff. Overall, I'm very happy, as I am, pretty much every year, but I'm very happy with how things turned out. At the start of the year, I made the goal of trying to change up my content a bit, branch it out, do different stuff, and I definitely think I succeeded in that. I also tried to grow a beard unsuccessfully, and it was so unsuccessful that I'm in fact gonna try to do it again. So, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Anyway, especially at the start of the year, because I was in the second half of my gap year, I was feeling very motivated. I was working very hard. I put out a lot of videos, put out a lot of content. I thought the content was very good. I was really proud of it. I was also covering more kind of topical stuff on time, which has been a problem of mine for my whole YouTube career, basically. So that was cool to do, actually make videos when people want to watch what you're talking about. And for example, that's where one of the biggest things on my channel this year, the Disney Plus reviews. I made a review for some of the Disney Plus shows every episode. At least I tried to. I was successful with Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and the other ones were a little bit iffier. But anyway, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And I also changed up my content. I put my face more in my content. And the quality was also really good towards the start. And now I'm filming on my iPhone, so, not great. It's kind of a long story on that, but hopefully it's still bearable. And I thought that was fun. I thought it was fun to not have my content specifically have to be one type, like just the voiceover and the visuals, but it can also be like this, but it also isn't all like this. I don't want to just completely change up my content. I feel like I now, because I experimented a bit more, I have more freedom with what kind of videos to make. So I was happy about that. And through that, in the first half of the year, I hit 50,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. I made a little video about it. Not a little video, it was about 20 minutes long. And I was super proud of that, and still am. And we are now at, I believe, 64,000. So, 15,000 more since March or whatever. That's not bad, if I do say so myself. So thank you guys again for that. That was incredible. And in the first half of the year, when I had way more time to make videos, I also had way more time to make my first short film ever. And so I made Green Eyes, which was a really big project for me. It was a big deal. And I did it. That's the biggest thing that I'm proud of. I actually succeeded, and I finished it, and I made a short film. And looking back on it, I feel the same way I felt about it at the time. Definitely not perfect, lots of room for improvement. But given, my resources and my team, that being literally only me, and, and Nora, shout out Nora, I'm really proud of it. And I think, I put my all into it. I worked really hard. I'm really proud of how it turned out, and the response was amazing. That's another thing, the community on this channel that I want to talk about. Like, it was just so nice to see, like, people seem to get that it was a big deal for me. People also, gave me constructive criticism, gave me feedback, which is really important. And everyone was just so nice, and it was fun, and it was exciting to put it out, and yeah, that was incredible. That was a really good thing at the start of the year. And I did receive this award from a friend of mine, and it says winner short film best picture. So shout out to you, friend who got me this. And I also started doing something new when I started doing the Reddit segment. I started trying to interact more with the my fans, my community, and that was a lot of fun. And that eventually parlayed itself into BHL's movie hour, where I did my own little podcast for a bit about movies and news, and then I had the Reddit segment, and the Reddit segment was super fun. Yeah, so that was all in the first half of the year, basically. Busy first half for YouTube. I had more free time, and I wasn't in college, so that helped. I wasn't trying to learn how to live an entirely new life in a different country away from everything and everyone I've ever known, and making new friends and learning how to live on my own and doing college work. All that stuff puts a little bit of a slower pace on the YouTube grind. The second half, I'm still proud that I was able to make content. I kept the podcast going. That's something I'm proud of, the Poorly Planned Podcast. We had a pretty crazy year. We did a bunch of cool stuff, including episode 100, which was pretty crazy. We rented out a whole cinema and filmed in there and had these segments and stuff. That was pretty awesome. And we kept it going basically every single week for the whole year. Really proud of that. And I think we've really hit our stride with the pod. I think it's funnier than it's ever been. I'm really proud of it. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm most proud of this year as well. The podcast. But the second half of the year, I'm also proud that I was still able to make videos. I don't have all the time in the world on my hands, and I still worked really hard to make content. I mean, I still worked hard and I still worked to like make it, entertaining and thought out, but I don't think it's my best work ever. Also, the BHL's movie hour thing, I enjoyed doing it, but I don't know if I'm going to continue it. I started it as like an easy way to put something out to talk about stuff because I love talking about movies. And it actually started taking more time than like it was supposed to be like the kind of quick, easy, like I can just talk and put it out there and it's like a fun little thing. And it started actually taking a bit of time and taking time away from other videos. I want to keep doing the Reddit segment, that's for sure. But in a similar way, that was also meant to be like a fun little easy segment. But because I want to make the videos, entertaining and, I want to edit them and stuff, it ended up taking a lot of time as well. And then when I already don't have much time, like that takes away from any other video. So I'll have to figure that out. I would love to keep the Reddit stuff going. I think BHL's movie hour maybe has seen its day, or maybe it'll come back later, but I think I'll put it on hiatus for a little bit. I did put some more clickbaity thumbnails this year. Proud of that. I mean, honestly, I just think I made more clickable thumbnails. The Hawkeye one is obnoxious, I'll give you that. And karma didn't pay off, didn't really do that well in views, so, that's on me. Also, man, I've totally been sitting like to the left of the screen this whole time. I bet that's really annoying. But yeah, you kind of gotta embrace the YouTube world a little bit, because I think I make good content in my personal opinion. I think I make good stuff, and it's just you have to get people to click on it and to view it. You want to grow your channel, of course you do. I mean, this is like also like a part-time job for me. I see it kind of like with Mr. Sunday, where he has like some of the most clickbaity thumbnails, and titles ever, but his content's actually good. So it's fine, I don't think it's clickbait. It's just kind of like sort of obnoxiously looking, but if it works and gets people to click on your content, which is good, then who cares? Go for it. So that's kind of how I've viewed it. Another big thing from this year that I took away was I need to stop making promises that I'm not going to keep in terms of videos. Not even that I don't keep generally, just I don't keep on time. I don't know, I keep saying this video is going to come out this, even this month. I think at the start of the month I said the box office and anticipated movies videos, those will be out later this month. And they aren't, they'll be out in early January. And I think it's just because I get a little bit ahead of myself, and I have 1,000 projects going at once, and then I think I can finish this, and then something else comes up. 1,000 things can come up where you can't really plan stuff out to a T, which is something I've had to learn also just in life in general. So I need to probably stop making promises on I'm gonna put this video out now, and this is gonna be the next best and worst. The next best and worst was probably supposed to come out like 2 years ago or something. Like the best and worst of DreamWorks, I've been promising that for forever, and still very much in development. In the early stages of development, so whoops. But I can tell you, without I guess specifying the date, I have a lot of cool videos planned for next year. The box office and anticipated movies videos are coming up soon. Some more chronologies. I want to get back to some of the best and worsts, reviews, the usual, but some cool stuff. I also started talking about UFC this year a little bit, which obviously will not be the main focus of my channel, but I'm really happy I did that because I get to kind of branch out and talk about everything I'm interested in, because that and film are my biggest interest right now. Also, another reason BHL's movie hour might not return is because I started doing a radio show for the university I'm at. Might have to take off the door, pull up in a dingo. Where I basically just talk about what I would talk about on BHL's movie hour, and so I'm kind of burnt out doing it, twice a week. So that also kind of contributes to that, but yeah, what was I saying? Next year, a lot of cool videos I do have planned. Will it be tough to make videos? Yeah, of course it will be. I'm going back to college, I'm back right now for Christmas, but I plan on still doing it, I do this because it's fun, and I won't do it when it's not fun. And there have definitely gotten points where I feel burnt out, and I don't want to really make videos that much, and that's when I take the kind of breaks, especially, when there's so much else going on, I'm very busy. But there's a reason I always come back to it, because I enjoy doing it, because I enjoy making these videos. So, yeah. That's that, I suppose. It's been a great year, honestly, for the BHL channel. Amazing first half. Tons of firsts and trying new stuff and growth and craziness. And the second half, understandably, I think slowed down a bit because college and life. And next year, I plan on just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, which is evolving. I know my content probably seems very similar to even when I first started when I was 12.
Today I'm sharing my thoughts on the film in my Captain America the Winter Soldier review.
But, in big ways and in smaller, subtle ways, I'm always trying to improve my content. I'm always trying to see what I can do better, how I can make it funnier, more entertaining, a more interesting analysis with a little bit more depth to it. I'm always trying to improve it, and you're going to see that next year as well, and the year after that, and the year after that, and as long as I keep doing this. But yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff planned, and I'm going to, keep going and hopefully grow, I don't want to stagnate and just there's a fine line to walk between making the content that you've always made and that people like, and the stuff that you're good at, and then also being stagnant and stuck in the same place and not really growing, I want to keep making content that is similar to what I've always made and that people enjoy, but also make it better and grow it and be better and be bigger. And it's not the most important part of YouTube, obviously, but growing my channel definitely is one of my goals for next year, and as it always is, but like push it to the next level. And also in terms of the quality of the content. So it's, pushing it to the next level is what I wanted to do this year, and I feel like I did, and I'm going to try to do it again next year. So here's to that. Maybe we'll hit 100K next year. That'll age really poorly if we go up like by 1,000 subs. Currently, definitely not on the trajectory to hit 100K next year. But YouTube's a funny game. It can change in an instant. So anyway, I'm rambling now, but I just want to say also thank you guys so much again for all the support this year. Whether it be on the podcast, where, our very dedicated fans, it's a ton of fun with that community. Whether it be on my normal videos, whether it be on stuff I'm experimenting with a bit, BHL's Movie Hour, some of the UFC stuff, whether it be on Green Eyes, all the amazing feedback and support and just fun response to that, whether it be on all my stuff, I really appreciate it. It's a huge part of what makes the YouTube thing so rewarding. I love making videos, and then knowing people are watching it, knowing people are liking it, or have thoughts on it, or whatever, it's incredible. So thank you guys so much for the past year. Happy New Year, and I will see you in the new year. Goodbye.